How about this? Because I have 3 pretty short ones. And the first one is a story dumpster fire. So this first one is called The DPS. Sitting at the DPS. Fun. Gonna be here a while. Yay. I love waiting. Gonna be here a long while. Hope my phone doesn't die. This also sucks because I get flustered around large groups of people. Yay. And the next story.
What? Ow, the edge. I mean...
Is this a story or somebody's fucking journal entry?
That was in the horror section on Storyfire.
Ah!
So we're gonna go from story dumpster fire to story time. And we're going to read about Kevens' red eyes.
Pink eye is a serious issue that you should see a doctor for.
The though of people, animals or things that introduce in the world frighting. The point to this is what my friend told me. The other day he told me about kid that was murdered just yesterday. His name was Keven. The fact my friend telling me was one thing, but I was shout when I found out who Keven was. In fact, even though I never met in person, I felt his presence. As in Christmas and birthday presents. When I got home, I saw that no one was home. My mom, dad, not even dog was here. I was scared at first, but then I heard someone upstairs. Stairs as in at a wall or at a person. When I got upstairs, I was feeling that presence again, but this time someone else was here. When I went to my parents' room, I was shout to see what was in my parents' bedroom. It was boy carry 2 large knives.
Boy.
Dad of boy.
I was thinking for a minute and remember about the kid. He was wearing a black long sleeve, blue jeans, brown boots, blonde hair. But that didn't catch my eyes. Was his face pale, as in like a bucket. Gray skin. Like something out of a zombie flick, but the worst part, his eyes pitch black and red like a snake's. What snakes have you been When he saw me, he looked at me and said, front bracket, "I'm coming for you," end bracket. But I woke up, and it was just a dream. And everything was back to normal, but was all of that real? And one last story. This is simply called Mega Man 8 is Great. I do remember living in Florida as a child. And what better way to kick the heat than play one of my childhood favorites? The game I refer to is Mega Man 8. I must have won that game at least 100 times in Florida. Won that game?
It purely means beating it.
I'm just going to assume he has 100 copies of it.
Sure.
But the strange thing is how reliable this game was. It was dropped, stepped on, scratched, and literally at one point microwaved. No matter what we threw at it, the game played crystal clear. This is no joke, and I am fully aware of what a microwave is supposed to do to video games. It did in fact spark and arc electricity, but nonetheless the game still played great. And the game is forever a part of my old home. It was somehow melted to the floor. It's still stuck to this day. Did that lower the property value, or...? Has any other person had a game like this? I am serious. Looking back on how resilient the game was, I realize how creepy it is that it worked. And if pulled off the floor, probably still working, after all the abuse it was given. This not a tall tale, and I wish I had proof. But for what it is worth, I would like others to know about it. So anyway...
Was that it? Like,
that was it.
All it was is just like,
what was the point?
I don't know, it's like the world's most durable PlayStation disc, apparently.
What the fuck was the point is a good question, but the point of being here is we are raising money for Pause Your Game. I'm nailing these segues.
Right you are, Ken.